Welcome to my channel, dear friends. I'm so glad you're here with me today because we're going on a special journey, one that will bring back memories you may have forgotten, songs that once made your heart dance, and moments that shaped who you are. We're rediscovering music from your youth, taking a nostalgic journey through timeless songs that still hold power and warmth, even after all these years. I don't know about you, but some mornings when I wake up and the house is quiet, I find myself reaching for my old record player or opening my playlist of songs from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, letting the music drift through the rooms like a comforting breeze. It feels like visiting an old friend who understands you without words, who knows your joys, your sorrows, and your dreams. Each song is like a photograph, a snapshot of who I was at a particular moment in time. I remember being a young boy in the 1950s, living in a small town where the biggest excitement was going to the diner on a Friday night. There was a jukebox in the corner, and for a nickel you could play your favorite song. I remember the way my heart would beat faster when I saw the girl I liked walk in with her friends, and I'd rush to put on a song I hoped would catch her attention. When Elvis Presley's Heartbreak Hotel or Love Me Tender played, the whole diner would come alive, people tapping their feet, smiling, and for a few moments all our worries would disappear. The music made us feel alive, even when times were tough, reminding us that there was something beautiful in the world worth holding on to. As I grew older, the 60s came rolling in, a decade of change and energy, of protests and dreams, and of music that carried messages that resonated deep in our hearts. I remember sitting in the grass at a local park with my friends, a small radio beside us, listening to Bob Dylan sing, "The Times They Are A-Changin'," and we believed it. We believed we could make the world a better place, that our voices mattered, and the music became our anthem for hope and courage. We felt unstoppable, ready to stand up for what was right, and even now, hearing those songs brings back that sense of purpose and pride. In the 70s, life took me on a new journey as I started a family of my own. The music of that time was filled with soul and tenderness, with artists like Carole King, James Taylor, and Elton John creating songs that became the backdrop of my young adulthood. I remember dancing in the living room with my wife, our baby daughter asleep in her crib, as Your Song played softly, the two of us holding each other, swaying to the rhythm, our hearts full of dreams for the future. Those songs hold memories of laughter-filled dinners, long road trips with the windows rolled down, and the feeling of being young parents trying to find our way in the world, finding comfort in each other and in the music that seemed to understand us. The 80s came with a burst of energy, color, and rhythms that made it impossible not to dance. Michael Jackson, Madonna, Prince, and so many others filled the airwaves with songs that became part of everyday life. I remember Saturday mornings when the kids would help me wash the car and we'd blast Billie Jean, or Like a Virgin, dancing with the hose spraying everywhere, soap bubbles flying in the air, and laughter echoing down the street. Music brought us together as a family, reminding us that even during stressful times, there was always room for joy, for silliness, and for moments that made life feel light. One of the most powerful things I've realized is that music has a way of connecting generations. Now, as a grandparent, I find joy in sharing these songs with my grandchildren. Sometimes they'll come over and we'll have what they call a retro dance party. I'll play songs from my youth, teaching them how to do the twist or showing them the dance moves we used at school dances. They laugh, I laugh, and in those moments, it feels like time doesn't exist. The music bridges the gap between our worlds, letting them see a side of me they might never have known. A young person with dreams, with stories, with a love for music that still burns bright. Music has also helped me during the hard times in life. When I lost people I loved, when the world felt heavy, or when loneliness crept in during quiet evenings, I found comfort in the familiar notes of old songs. Listening to Sam Cooke's "A Change Is Gonna Come" reminded me that hope always finds a way, and Aretha Franklin's Respect brought strength when I needed to remember who I was. Music became a companion, a healer, and a reminder that no matter what happens, there is beauty and resilience in the human spirit. There's something magical about rediscovering music from your youth, allowing it to transport you back to moments you may have forgotten, helping you reconnect with the person you were. It reminds you of your strength, your laughter, your love, and your ability to find joy, even in small moments. Sometimes, when I close my eyes while listening to these songs, I can almost feel the breeze from those summer nights, hear the laughter of friends long gone, and remember the excitement of first dances and first kisses. I encourage you, my friends, to take time to rediscover music from your youth. Find those old records, pull up playlists on your phone, or tune into a radio station that plays the classics. Let yourself be carried away by the melodies, let your mind wander through the memories, and let your heart feel the joy that these songs once brought you. Dance if you can, sing along, smile, and let yourself live in those moments again, even if just for a little while. You might be surprised at how much healing and happiness this can bring you, especially during times when you feel disconnected from the world. Music has a way of reminding us that we have lived, that we have loved, and that we still carry those experiences within us. It can lift your spirits, bring a tear to your eye, or simply help you feel connected to something greater than yourself. If you have grandchildren or younger family members in your life, I encourage you to take the time to share your music with them, even if it's just for a few minutes on a quiet afternoon. Sit down together, play them those songs that once made your heart race, and let them hear the melodies that were the soundtrack of your youth. Tell them stories about what life was like back when those songs first played on the radio, when you would save up a few coins just to buy a record, or when you would gather around a jukebox with friends after school or after work. Let them know how you felt when you first heard that song, the excitement it brought, or the way it comforted you during difficult days. Share with them the dreams you held close to your heart in those moments, the hopes you carried for your future, and how those songs became companions on your journey. Don't be afraid to show them the richness of your experiences, to let them see the young person you once were, filled with energy, curiosity, and dreams of what life could be. Let them see the humanity in your journey, the laughter, the tears, and the quiet strength it took to keep moving forward even when times were tough. Let them see that the music you love is not just about entertainment. It is about stories, about family, about life itself. It is about the timeless nature of music that connects us all, no matter how many years have passed or how much the world has changed. Sharing your music with the younger generation is a beautiful way to pass down pieces of your heart and your history, creating new memories with them while honoring the old ones. It is a gift to them, but it is also a gift to yourself, allowing you to revisit those moments while building a bridge between your world and theirs. I would truly love for you to share with me in the comments which songs from your youth bring back your strongest and most cherished memories. Was it a song that played softly in the background during your wedding, a melody you and your friends used to sing along to during late-night drives, or a tune that carried you through a difficult chapter of your life with hope? Was it a song that reminds you of a carefree summer when you felt the warmth of the sun and the promise of tomorrow, or a melody that takes you back to holding hands with your first love under the stars? Share those stories and songs with me and with others here so we can create a community playlist together. A living collection of songs that bring joy, comfort, and nostalgia, reminding each of us that we are not alone in this journey. Let these songs become a source of strength and togetherness for all of us, a reminder that music has always been there to carry us through every season of life. As we continue to grow older, it can be easy to forget that the person we once were is still very much alive inside of us. We may move a little slower, our hair may be a little grayer, and our bodies may not dance the way they once did, but the music from our youth can help us remember the spirit we carried, the hope we held, and the energy we once felt rushing through us when the first notes of a beloved song began to play. You may not find yourself spinning across a dance floor anymore, but your heart can still dance. Your soul can still sing. Your memories can still bring warmth to your days and a smile to your face. Every time you listen to those songs, you are reminded that you have lived, you have loved, and you have a story worth remembering and sharing. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining me on this nostalgic journey today, for taking the time to rediscover the music from your youth and allowing it to remind you of the beautiful, colorful, and courageous chapters of your life. I hope you leave this video feeling lighter, happier, and inspired to let music continue to play a role in your days, bringing light and laughter into your home, no matter your age or stage of life. If you enjoyed this journey with me, please consider subscribing to this channel, giving this video a like, and sharing it with your friends or family members who might need a gentle reminder of the power and joy that music can bring. It helps our little community grow, allowing us to continue sharing stories, memories, and hope together, one song and one conversation at a time. And remember, as long as there is music, there is life. As long as there is a melody, there is hope. As long as we allow ourselves to listen, there is always a reason to smile, to move, to remember, and to celebrate the journey we have taken and the moments that have made it beautiful. Let the music play, let your heart remember the days when you felt invincible, let yourself smile at the memories, and let yourself dance through the days ahead with gratitude for every note that has colored your story. Until we meet again, my dear friends, I encourage you to keep rediscovering the music that shaped you and to keep sharing your stories with those around you. Keep living with the same courage, hope, and quiet joy that these timeless songs have given you throughout the years. Let music be your companion on days when you need a reminder of how far you have come, how much you have loved, and how deeply you have lived. Take care, keep the music playing in your home and in your heart, and never, ever stop dancing.